What's going on, everybody? It is November 28th and we are back at my uncle's place. The last video you saw on my channel was of me here for the second week of November for our rut hunt we always come up on. And things I didn't feel any tags, I'm back for still really good timing of rut out here. This is actually when I've killed two of my biggest bucks out here, is during this week. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna have some good action. The neighboring property is actually burning all of their acreage right now as we speak, and it's the biggest piece that connects to this piece. Also, major cold front coming through today. It got to 58 today was the high, and tonight's supposed to be 30, I believe, or 28, something like that. It's right below freezing. Tomorrow's below freezing, and tomorrow's high is like 52. So I'm excited. High pressure system's coming in, so as in like the pressure, barometric pressure, gonna be high for the trip, which is good. Everything is lined up to be perfect. We're actually heading out to go hang a stand. It's 5 o'clock now. We only got 27 minutes until sunset, so kind of hustling a little bit, getting in here a little late, but we're gonna sneak in, get this blind put up, and we'll probably go ahead and just sit until it gets dark, just because we're already out here. So without further ado, let's go get this stand put up. See that no trespassing sign back there behind me? We just have the fence on the neighboring property. Now, like I told you on the last video, this is part of our family land too. But anyhow, I really hate going in here this late. But gotta move this thing up. It's blocking my hearing. Whew, I'm amped up, y'all. I'm amped up. I hate going in here this late, but I really want to get this stand put up. Won't be sitting in the ground blind, same spot I normally sit. So let's get in here. I think that's about right. This is home. The cot next to the fireplace. It's gonna be a bit chilly. All right, first morning. We're gonna get a little bit of helper here, put next to our stand. I think we got everything. Looks like it at least. Let's head on. Well, it's a bit frosty this morning. Truck's covered in ice. Looks like I got glitter on my side mirrors there. Using my little side pocket of the window here. Folks, morning number one. Let's get it. We got 2 buck tags to fill, and this trip is the last trip of good rut that I got left to be able to be up here. Let's get it. Hopefully a good enough buck. That's the best decoys to have out there right now. 2 does. That sure is pretty. Big buck, big buck, big buck, big buck. There he is. Not letting them stop. What the heck? God, my trigger didn't go. What the heck happened? I don't understand what just happened. I pulled the trigger and it didn't go off. Like it wasn't the bullet, the firing pin didn't go off. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I pulled the trigger. But I don't know if I just did not push it hard enough. Dang it. I don't know if I didn't push the trigger hard enough. Or what? I could have sworn I pushed it hard enough. Fire pin didn't go off. Dang it. Crap. He came in on the worst side. Came in chasing that doe. He came in on the worst side, my right side. I shoot right-handed. I write left-handed, but I shoot right-handed. So to get turned around in here, I have to get in this corner and get on my knees to shoot. It's got me shook up like something, man. Dang, that was a big buck. Gosh, dog, that was a pulse there. That's what I was waiting on too. 11:45. Seen 13 deer this morning out of 13. We might have seen 14 actually, but I wasn't too sure on if it was a different deer or not that I seen. Couldn't get it on camera, but seen total for sure 13 deer. One little buck, big giant haggum buck, and then rest does. So heading back to refuel and refocus. We'll be back in stand for long. If the deer movement this afternoon's anything like what it was this morning, it'll be a wild ride. And if the rest of this trip is anything like what it was this morning, it's gonna be wild. Morning, number 2. Hopefully this morning's going to be just as action-packed as yesterday. And preferably actually shoot the big buck that comes out. It's cold. It's cold, just as cold as it was yesterday morning. Ice everywhere, as y'all saw, 28 degrees. 28 degrees. Brisk. Just had 2 does come in. There was a doe ahead of that one. It was acting like it was getting chased. It's because it is. That's a shooter. That's a shooter. Alright, he's chasing her. Must have cut up into the thicket over there. I was surprised because I thought they were gonna, the way they were walking down the thicket edge, there was a perfect opening. I had the camera on. I was expecting them to walk right to, but they had to just cut back in it. That was a good buck. Wasn't as big as the one yesterday, but plenty big enough. That was the same 2 does that walked by me earlier. And they were acting kind of, weary, looking behind them like something was following them. But I never seen anything. And then they came back through, and y'all heard me say, acting like being chased. Sure enough, Joker steps out. Hopefully he comes back through. I mean, there's a good chance of it. Being in this spot that I'm at, but then again, there's a good chance that I never see him again, so. That was a bit intense there. I don't know how many does were in that group. Probably 4 or 5. But actually, I look back to the group from yesterday, the big group that I saw that's hanging around here. There was a deer back over here that I could hear walking, and they'd turn and look at it while it went by. Don't know what it was, because I couldn't move. And then I seen a deer in front of me, up in the edge of the thicket, walking, which they looked over and saw. But I couldn't move because that buck was staring right at me at that time. But It's exciting. It's 12:45 now. We'll head back to the house, grab a sandwich, grab a cup of coffee, and head on back in where the afternoon's at. The movement this morning was pretty good, just about as good as it was yesterday. So, unfortunately, we couldn't seal it on that one nice buck that came out, but it is what it is. Seen 9 total this morning. Out of the 9, 2 were bucks, so let's see what the afternoon's got when we get back. I didn't do anything too crazy, just put a little bit of extra brush on it, just to get it a little more blended there, but it's still cool out, but definitely a lot warmer than what we've been dealing with.